We enjoy the sing-song arrangement. Thank you very much.
Please move forward. Apologies for starting this event late. Can I crave your indulgence as to ask you all to please stand up as we sing the national anthem to commence this event. Thank you. While still on our feet, can we please have the Ibadan anthem? All proud indigenes and even visitors to Ibadan. Ibadan has given the nation Nigeria a lot. So we'll take the Ibadan anthem, please.
Oh
Thank you. Thank you. Once again, I welcome you to this night of tribute, Royal Farewell Concert for our late father, grandfather, engineer, Emmanuel Olaniyi, Oladeji. The next item of the program now is to invite the welcome address to be given by Engineer Oladeji. Body.
Thank you so much. It's definitely my privilege to give the welcome address here today, and I must thank everybody for coming forward to grace this occasion for us. I must say that my father, Engineer Emmanuel Olaniyi Oladeji, is a very special person, and we feel privileged to be able to gather for him today. Interestingly, when he was getting close to passing away, he said a lot of things. Little things he chips them in, and he expects us to pick them up and run with them. One of the things he said was that when he passes away, that we must do the national anthem. And I was wondering, Dad, national anthem? He didn't say anything again. So I said, okay. Note 1, national anthem. So it didn't take me much to figure out that Dad wants us to put together a program like this to honor him as he passes away. And this morning, we did the symposium, we did the national anthem. This evening, we're doing the concert, we're doing the national anthem. So I want to believe that my dad is standing there and looking at all of us and saying, well done you guys, you're doing me proud. Engineer Emmanuel Olaniyi Oladeji was born to the family of Oladeji Babayemi of Olosha Oko, Ogboyosa, Abebi, Ibadan, on 25th January 1929. He had a modest and compelling upbringing in Abebi Enclave in Ibadan. Growing up within a settlement marked by the presence of Christian Missionary Society and the Roman Catholic Church planters, it is not coincidental that he attended St. Patrick's Catholic Primary School, Abebi, in 1935. The trajectory of Olaniyi's life presented him a fait accompli, as his dad, Oladeji, was fairly literate, and with a penchant for discovery, Olaniyi's humble beginning took the better of him as he enjoyed going to school and quickly found solace in learning and participating in sports. You would hear me talk about some of the sports that he did as we go along. He therefore excelled as his teachers recognized his attributes, and some of whom cared to support his ambition to continue his learning escapade. With support from some of his teachers, he prepared for the common entrance examination, for which merited him a place at Government College, Ibadan, in 1944. The testimony of hard work and diligence. And his college number is 412. The opportunity presented him at GCI set the tone and pace for his accomplishments in life. Olaniyi was bright, studious, and excellent in sports. Olaniyi was fond of paying special attention to details, and all the noted attributes attracted to him deep, life-changing responsibilities and friendship. Some of the notable friends he cultivated at Government College includes Engineer Benjamin Faluyi, Professor Caleb Olaniyi, Chief Joshua Olaniwaju, and Dr. Dokun Ajayobi, to name but a few. And all these men rose to the pinnacle of their chosen careers. How wonderful it might have been to be at Government College at that time. At GCI, he was a celebrated student. In 1945, he attained the high jump record of 5 feet and was described as a student endowed with a natural spring. Let me say quickly here that at that particular time, my dad was just 5 feet tall. He won the cricket colours, and in 1948, he was surprisingly, he said, nominated as the head of school prefect, a year in which he sat for the Cambridge School Leaving Certificate and attained a grade 1. On resumption in 1949, Olaniyi was chosen as the head of Car House, a new house which had just been created, and he doubled as the head of school at that time too. Like every soul, Olaniyi had his trials and tribulations. He sat for the entrance examination into University College Ibadan in 1949, but failed due to a leakage of examinations. Not because he cheated, but he continued life with a passion to succeed. During the same period, he sat for the entrance examination to the Public Works Department Technical School, Lagos, as engineering assistant and was successful. So began his career. So began his sojourn into the world of engineering as he entered into the civil service on 6th July 1949. Although he had a primary resolve to study medicine, but unknown to him, his professional career in engineering started with his indoctrination to the civil service. The young scholar Olaniyi from Oladeji, Baby commenced in August 1949 the PWD sandwich training course, which lasted for 9 months, at the completion of which he was officially accepted into the civil service and was posted to Sokoto Ministry of Works and Transport. His career with PWD led him to several stations in northern and southern protectorate of Nigeria. During the period, and living in the heart of northern Nigeria, he picked up the Hausa language. It always amazed me how my father fluently spoke Hausa until we were preparing his autobiography and realized that he lived amongst the Hausa community for some time. And also he learned a little Igbo, as he lived within a predominantly Igbo community in northern Nigeria. But I must say that the only thing he remembered to say is Kedu or Demma. My experience at PWD led me to several locations, he said, where I enjoyed the engineering practice while engaging in athletics with my peers and associates, he said. He later took the second and third courses at PWD, and during the same period, took the entrance examination to the University College Ibadan, which he passed, and was provided a place for enrollment. Although a place was earmarked for him as a result of his good grades in the scholarship board exam, God, in his divine mercy, directed otherwise. In June 1953, after a successful engagement in the PWD and after being posted to the Ijebu Ministry of Works and Transport, where he was placed in the Water Division, he secured a place with his early admission to the University College Ibadan as a government scholar. His admission presented him the grace to study the Bachelor's of Science in Engineering, starting from the intermediate level of the University of London curriculum. The excellent teaching pedigree paraded by the UCI absolutely contributed possibly to his completion of the intermediate Bachelor's of Science at UCI and his admission to complete the Bachelor of Science in Engineering at Queen Mary College, Mile End, London. An admission which was made possible by the Western State Government Scholarship. Although engineering was said to be at its best, let me say this quickly. My father always said, any of his children that gets admission into Cambridge University, he will pay all the fees. So I struggled to even try to get admission, but it didn't happen. When my children started deciding to go to, when my children were ready to go to university, I told them, cool, come on, do Cambridge, because if you get Cambridge admission, Grandpa will pay your fees, though. That will relieve me. Unfortunately, nobody got admission to Cambridge University, so I'm still paying fees. Olaniyi attended Queen Mary College from 1955 to 1959. As God always prepared one for the future, the third course was relatively easy. In exception of an engineering degree drawing course, which delayed him for a year, and thanks to God that his scholarship was not withdrawn, he finished his studies in July 1959. Olaniyi's studies at QMC was marked with interesting accomplishments as he took part in social activities and engaged in sports, and for which he represented London University in athletics, a situation which led to his winning London University colours purple and was adorned a certificate at the annual competition between London and French universities. In support of his prowess in athletics, he was sponsored by the Nigerian government for the Student Olympics in 1956. Upon graduation at QMC, he took an appointment as an assistant engineer with the renowned engineering firm of Messrs. Oscar Faber and Partners, where he spent the first 2 years as an engineer, from where Faber and Partners were the consulting company that designed the building Cocoa House. From where Oladeji, who passed, his return to Nigeria was marked by his placement at the Ministry of Works and Transport with engineer Alan Wheaton, who was the water engineer in charge of the design office. Olaniyi was assigned to work in the water division as an executive engineer under. He was involved in notable landmark in design and construction of a 100,000 gallons elevated water tank for the Laro water supply scheme, which was later replicated for the Inyekiti water supply scheme. Olaniyi later went on to undertake the construction of the treatment water plant for Ogbomoso water supply scheme, which was completed with its art dam and spillway placed on Oba River. The project, which included a treatment and pump house, was commissioned by Chief S.L. Akintola, Premier of Western Region in 1963, a project for which his contribution was visibly acknowledged. Olaniyi saw to the construction of several water supply schemes in western regions of Nigeria. I would have to say that this is an epistle, but I'm compelled to continue. He was water engineer at Ijebu, the Ministry of Works from August 1963 to January 1964, where, to the glory of God, he took up the challenge of completing the Ekpe and Omu water supply schemes. Olaniyi was subsequently posted to be the resident engineer for the construction of Shaki water supply scheme, a scheme that is a testimony of engineering till today. A very comprehensive project to delight, he said. He saw to the construction of the concrete dam with Morning Glory spillway, laying of pipes in the township, construction of water tanks at various locations, construction of treatment works, and supervision of the installation of pumps and generators from January 1964 to August 1966. The project, he said, provided him with a fundamental knowledge of construction supervision and project management, and as God's mercy will shine on him again, it was from the Shaki project that he was selected to attend a year course at Delft Technological University, Delft, Holland. Olaniyi thus undertook studies in sanitary engineering from 1966 to 1967. Soon after his return from Delft, they were divided into 4 major engineers, the premier area engineer for the newly inaugurated Water Corporation in Osogbo area of Western Region. During his tenure at the Water Corporation Osogbo, he initiated and engaged in the construction of the Kirun water supply scheme, which included the Ekoendo Dam, which was commissioned within a period of 9 months. Other water supply schemes undertaken under Olaniyi's watch at Osogbo included the Ede, Iwo, Odotin, Ila, and Ilesha water schemes. The period witnessed the impact of the Water Corporation and its operation in the Osogbo area. Olaniyi's engagement at Osogbo provided the opportunity to undertake the Ekoendo Dam with spillway, and the mercy of God again shone on him as he successfully completed another dam project in his engineering development career. He subsequently was posted to the Water Corporation Akure from February 1970 to March 1972. Olaniyi's tenure as the new area water engineer witnessed the improvements of existing water schemes at Ado-Ekiti, Ikere, Owo, Akure, Ondo, and Okeigbo, while new water supply schemes were initiated at Ikole and Igbaraoke. At the Ikole water supply scheme, Olaniyi supervised the completion of the dam, which he again saw to the spilling. Olaniyi provided many borehole schemes to complement the water supply at Ilaje Township, while the Okitigogwa water supply scheme was undertaken under his watch at the Akure office. I'm not sure if some of us engineers that are here could attest to even completing 1 dam, but he completed 4. From the Akure office, Olaniyi was posted to Water Corporation of Western State headquarters at Ibadan, where he supervised to completion the construction of the Ibadan Ashijire Water Scheme as Deputy Chief Engineer, Operations and Design. Having spent 27 years of meritorious engagement in the civil service, Olaniyi opted for retirement from the Water Corporation of Western State in December 1976. At 47 years, Olaniyi had garnered tremendous experience in engineering development. With an interest to continue his engineering interest within a private sector arrangement, he joined the engineering firm of Messrs. Associated Engineers and Consultants on invitation from his lifelong friend, Engineer Chief Benjamin Faluyi, in January 1977. The firm, which had its office at 5 Aoshika Street, or 5 Aoshika Avenue in Bodija, was under the chairmanship of Engineer Chief B.A. Faluyi, who was a year his senior at GCI, and whom he had a privilege to work with at the Water Corporation, where he was at the time Chief Engineer Design with Olaniyi, while Olaniyi was Chief Engineer Operations. At AEC, Olaniyi worked with the team of Engineer Ben Faluyi and Engineer Oladeji Aziz. And different in the private firm was, of course, the requirement to work hard and get results, a common denominator for him and an attendant of which they earned more money. So it's not surprising that we have government college old boys right in here with us in our midst, and most especially the young students at government college, because it's important for the young students to understand that attending the school and the friends that you make become a lifelong opportunity. You never know what is going to happen. They might be your bread and butter. Olaniyi and AEC team undertook many interesting civil engineering projects nationwide. He subsequently traveled through Europe and the Middle East, forming alliances with other engineering establishments to pursue projects in Nigeria, Africa, and Asia. One of such engagements formed the association with Tal Consulting, Israel, with whom AEC undertook several projects, and at the time, both Olaniyi and Ben Faluyi were invited to be directors at Tal Consulting. Olaniyi's ability and success in engineering did not go unnoticed by the establishment, in which respect Olaniyi was appointed as chairman at Jordan New Town Development Authority, where he served from 1978 to 1979. AEC, with its director, undertook several notable engineering design projects across Nigeria, amongst which were the engineering design and construction supervision of the irrigation scheme with Sebore Dam in Mayo Belwa, the engineering design and construction supervision of facilities at the Federal Polytechnic Akure and Ado-Ekiti, the design of Lafayette Karim Lamido Road in Taraba State, design and supervision of Ogumosho Ikiru Road in Oyo State, structural design and construction supervision of Kakanfo in Ibadan, but to name a few. Let me quickly say to you that Kakanfo in and some of those other projects were results of relationships that he made when he was at Government College Ibadan. In the engineering circle, it was acknowledged that AEC was the first-rated engineering company in the market, and many engineers cut their teeth working at the firm. That, I must say, was attested to by the engineering community this morning. Olaniyi's experience are evident in his achievements in the engineering field, which is notable across Nigeria. His name adorns a few facilities which have existed through time. Until his death on September 5th, 2021, he was chairman, Open-Ended Ventures Limited, an economic development company. Olaniyi was a giver who was always ready to share his time, energy, and money to worthy causes. Olaniyi willingly gave his resources to the benefit of many souls and projects. He was a strong believer in the GCIOBA project, for which he was honored by the association in 1984 for his contribution to the supervision of the construction of the library project. His lifelong desire was to cooperate with GCIOBA in order to make GCI a role model, as he always appreciated how he was molded at the school, a commitment he diligently upheld till the end. Olaniyi was also a committed member of the Youth Christian Circle of St. James's the Great, Okebola, a Christian religious institution for which he devoted It's not a bomb, is it? A commitment for which he was passionate and totally unapologetic. Also was his contribution to the Ibadan Progressive Union, a socio-cultural society of indigenous male children of Ibadan origin. Olaniyi served IPU meritoriously as secretary from 1991 to 1995 and as president of the Cooperative Investment and Credit Society for many years. Olaniyi was made a distinguished member in 1975 and remained a member of the executive committee of the union. Olaniyi was a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and was registered with the Council of Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria. He was a chartered engineer and fellow of the Institution of Civil Engineers, Institution of Structural Engineers, and Nigerian Society of Engineers. A legend goes back to his maker, Emmanuel Olaniyi Olatunji Ajani Oladeji finished his sojourn on Mother Earth on Sunday, September 5th, 2021, and returned to the bosom of his creator. He absolutely was a good soul. I can attest to that. And exemplified a character of bliss. His was absolutely a great healing. Thank you.
Wow, that was a long one. I'm sure we've already learned a few things from there, especially the young GCI boys. Not just drinking the water, I can see you, that field house boy. Thank you, Bode. GCI, we call ourselves names, so I can be rude to him today. So please permit me. Okay, the next item on the agenda is to introduce the chairman for the day. I'm sure you would not expect to have any other person as a chairman for this event other than a car house boy. Can I hear up a range there? Our chairman for this evening is no one other than a 1954 set old boy, a medical director, an accomplished philanthropist, Dr. Olutunde Oni of Car House 1954. I'll just say one or two things about him. He's the medical director and physician in charge of a high-grade medical facility called Clinic on the Hill. Those who have lived in Ibadan for long would know Clinic on the Hill, which was founded in 1975. He had his medical training in Germany. Dr. Oni served diligently in civil, academic, and professional associations and societies, both nationally and internationally. He was chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association, Oyo State branch in 1990s, and he was district governor of Rotary International, District 930 in 1997. Can I have a round of applause for Olutunde Oni, 1954 GCI Car House. Well, sir, I'm sure, I know you didn't, Olaniyi Oladeji had left GCI before you came into Car House, but I'm sure you heard of him whilst you were in GCI. Do you want to say anything before we continue with this program, sir?
Government College, Ibadan Old Boys, the young girls, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a great privilege and honor for me to be chairman at this farewell concert for late Olaniyi Oladeji. I should like to thank you all for the pleasure of your company, and I'd like to thank you for the sacrifice you've made to be here this evening. It is greatly appreciated. We are celebrating Olaniyi Oladeji, an engineer of repute. Of course, you saw the pages of his professional life. They are really enormous. He was an eminent personality, very humble in his ways, but was tenacious and assertive, depending on what obtained. He was sagacious, warm, and extroverted. His voice was forceful, so you couldn't but listen when he spoke. He himself was a good listener. No matter, please say, now what do you suggest? Late Oladeji and Government College Ibadan were inseparable. And why? As you heard, Oladeji was admitted to Government College Ibadan in 1940 that time. In 1949, you heard it too, he was drafted to newly founded Car House, where he was made pioneer head of house. Added on was his elevation to the position of the head of school. Emmanuel Adeshina, 1945, a year junior to him, confirmed what an effective leader Oladeji was and his prowess in athletics. Adeshina himself, a high-grade athlete, recounted, and I quote, Oladeji was a powerful and superb athlete. No wonder he was such an intelligent man. For those who do not know, actually, scientific researchers have classified athletes as an intelligent collective. Signals from their brain fires up in a matter of seconds, decision-taking and response in actions. I must let you know how humorous late Oladeji was. You will wonder, he went to college in 1944. I went 10 years after 1954. You will wonder why I'm calling him Oladeji. I'm not a rude person, but in the tradition of Government College Ibadan, we called every student by their surname. Only if you are friends to a few, you had the privilege of calling them by their first name or nickname. Now, I will give you two short anecdotes while thinking of how humorous Oladeji was. When I returned from Germany in 1975, I was looking for him for about 2 years. He was always busy, had been posted somewhere he went to. So I went up to him and greeted him. I told him I read about him while in Car House as pioneer head of house. So he thanked me for the compliments. So he said, now we will be having Car House dinner next week, and you have to come. And come with your young girl. As I told him, unfortunately, my wife had traveled on vacation with the children, so I would not be able to come. He said, but you should come. Go on. I said, but I don't have a young girl to bring. He said, go and borrow one. And I said, well, to borrow, well, why not? But where do I start? He said, borrow mine. So I said, and you, with whom will you be going to house dinner? Then he held his wife, moved her to his side, and said, by the way, our video sing, that is German language. And after our meetings, he used to greet me in German. Guten Tag, Guten Abend. Our video saying is bye-bye. Guten Tag is good day. Guten Abend is good evening. Or Guten Tag, good morning. He would say all that to me anytime we met. So he said, our video saying, that our video saying, bye-bye. What is long bye-bye? I said, langes our video saying. So he heard his wife. I said, langes our video saying. I looked at him and just laughed. The second is 7 p.m. eye specialist clinic. 7 p.m. eye specialist clinic. He had some challenges with an eye, and he came to me and I said, look, there's a doctor at Okado, an eye specialist. Seek him out, he will solve your problem. Definitely, a lot of patients had been there. So he went in the morning, and this clinic had a signboard. The signboard read, Leye Specialist Clinic. Leye Specialist Clinic. During the day, you will be able to read Leye Specialist Clinic. But from 7 p.m., the L was not lighted. It never had any lighting. So it read Eye Specialist Clinic. So he went during the day and said, I saw Leye Specialist Clinic. I didn't see any eye clinic. I said, well, oh, I forgot to tell you that it is a 7 p.m. eye clinic. But go back. Then he said, what's the doctor's name? I said, look, when you get there, you solve all that, and I won't also disclose the doctor's name. So, indeed, at 7 p.m., he could read Eye Specialist Clinic. And he said, I was here in the morning. It was Leye Specialist Clinic. How could this man run only 7 to 9 p.m. eye clinic? And so he came back and said, I'm going to petition the Medical and Dental Council. This man is doubling as a quack. And we will hold him in good memory. And Bode extend our condolences. And he was inseparable from government college. He gave all he possessed. He gave all his time and energy to young GCI boys and old boys. Let us celebrate our own, especially when they are alive. Let us celebrate them, and we will have less to celebrate when they have departed. I wish that the first vice president would table maybe at the neck a strong welfare team to really see to how you celebrate the best of your own. Thank you very much indeed.
Actually, Oladeji is my trustee. He has spoken. It shall be done, sir. Thank you, sir. That was an experience. I wish I can say that as well, that I enjoyed so much of every car house boy, every GCI boy. Okay, now we're going into the GCI sing songs. The sing songs, it's a tradition of GCI. Whilst Oladeji was speaking, he mentioned the house supper, the house dinner. In your days, it was called house dinner. In my own days, they named it house supper for us because we liked food so much. The old boys will come and join us in the boarding house and will have dinner with us. That was how we grew the spirit of GCI. The GCI sing songs are the songs we sing in GCI as part of the GCI tradition. And I'm happy to invite you all to join us as we sing these songs. But before we start, we'll sing our school song. So I'll invite all GCI old boys to please stand and remain standing as we sing. School. Yes, please. You can sit down, please. As was mentioned in the autobiography of engineer Olaniyi Oladeji. Olaniyi Oladeji, 1944 car house. He was the first head of car house when car house was established in 1949. Car house is one of the houses in GCI. As at 1949, GCI had Sourcing House, Engr House, 1929. Those ones were established with the school in 1929. We then had Field House in 1948. Sorry, we had Sourcing and Engr House in 1929, Field House in 1948, then Car House in 1949, and you know what? That happened to be the best house up till today in GCI. And Car House had the privilege of Olaniyi Oladeji as the first head of house. In those days, in GCI, thank you, my sister. In GCI then, one of the heads of houses will also be the head of school. So he was not only head of car house, he was also head of school. I wonder how many of us here were school prefects when we were in school. Talk less of having two offices, head of school and head of house. So we're going to sing the car house song to honor our dear departed. So I'll call on car house boys and those who feel led. Sorry, all the songs we're going to be singing are going to be shown on the screens, whichever one is nearer to you. There's one here, there's one at the back there, and there's another one to the left here. So join us as we sing these songs. They're GCI, although they've said all sorts of things about GCI boys, we are just a closely knit family. We are not a cult. We are just good family. We are good family. So you are invited to join us as we sing any of these songs. In fact, you should join us as we sing all these songs. So car house boys, car house, the color of your house is orange. The emblem is an eagle. And we had Henry Carr as our patron. Okay, car house boys. Where is the source of our great joy? Every day we're bound in joy. Are you named fruit of our vision? Is striking initiation comes from this lovely of place. God is so complex. All the clouds and souls are rejoice and exalt with the voice. Oh, for let none can deny what pleasure ye are thereby to share our hopeful causes are provided games and sports. Those who don't remove from our ways never saw, but always gave. We have done Virginia, maybe men will from thousand miles, Christ from Nazareth did much glorious things for this shall we do. We know that great Christ too. Who can go those of all time indicate a place in life. Great was our patron Erica, eternal will be hot, yeah. I'm sure we can now appreciate why car house seems to be the best house. Olaniyi Oladeji was head of car house. First head of car house. Yes, first head of car house. Thank you very much. You know, this evening would not be complete without having, we are in the festive period, so without having the Christmas carols, to enjoy the festive period. And also, dear old boy enjoyed his hymns. enjoyed his services in church. He loved to sing, so they say. So I'm going to invite the Malukah choral team to give us a few of their renditions.
Last night I lay her sleeping, a dream of dreams so sweet. I stood in old Jerusalem, beside the temple gate. I heard the children singing, on heaven heard the song. Methought the court of angels from heaven answered. Methought the voice of angels from heaven answered. Thought my dream was changed, the streets no longer run. Toward the God of Son of the little children's soul. The sun grew dark with mystery, the moon was cold and chill, as the shadow of a closer rose upon a lonely head. As the shadow across sorrows upon a lonely head. New hearts there seems to be. I saw the holy city beside a timeless sea. The light of God, the holy street, the gates were open wide. And light hands of one was denied. No need of moon or stars the night, or sun to shine by day. It was a new Jerusalem that will not pass away. It was a new Jerusalem. Behold, I tell you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. The trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. The trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, and we shall be changed. Sound. The trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, be raised incorruptible. We shall be changed, be changed, and we shall be changed, and we shall be changed, we shall be changed, and we shall be and we shall be changed, and we shall be changed, we shall be changed, and we shall be we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruptions. For this corruptible must put on must put on incorruptions, this mortal, most mortal, on this mortal, most the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. The trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, and we shall be changed. Shall sound, the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised. Be raised incorruptible, be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, be changed, and we shall be changed, and we shall be changed, we shall be changed, and we shall be changed, and we shall be changed, and we shall be changed, we shall be changed, and we shall be changed, we shall be changed.
Thank you. I think the man deserves a better round of applause. Even though I can't sing, I can recognize a good voice. Thank you very much. Okay, we go now to, we continue with the sing songs. I would like to invite my Tio Akindekwa 1970 Gra to come and lead the next song we're taking, which is Clementine. And please, I want to enjoin you to join us, especially non-GCI guests here. I want you to please join us as we sing Clementine. you.
Thank you very much, my president, for giving me this honor to conduct this at the farewell ceremony of a great old boy. Engineer Oladeji was so very well known to me. He was one of my mentors, and he was forever present at all events that concerned Government College. He took Government College with passion all his life. So, we are going to go. I've been given the privilege of conducting the first sing-song in Government College. We take our sing-song with passion. It's an occasion that all students and old boys try not to miss. Government College being a boys' school, many things don't excite us more than sports and sing-song.
Yes.
So please, I want to see passion in your delivery. And when I say passion, we don't all have the voice of our soloist that has a very tremendous voice, but we can all sing. So what I'm going to do is that we make it a little bit competitive. I'm going to put, we used to use male and female, but in this occasion, I think there are not too many ladies here. But we'll put this region. You will sing one stanza. This region on the left, you will sing the second stanza, then third stanza, fourth stanza. Now, the aim is to make it competitive. We want you to sing well. We want you to sing loudly. And we allow you to, you can be hitting your table like this to raise the decibel. Because we want everybody to enjoy themselves. So it's not just singing, it's also a little bit of gesticulation and dramatizing. If one region is exceptional, I can tell some of my boys here to give you a prize. Jogor, stand by. All right. Now, this is going to be the better region, which is Grey House and Field House.
You wish, my dear.
And there are so many cowboys here. This will be the Car House and Swanston region. So we are going to start with this region. I'm sorry, I didn't mention Powell. Orowale is here. I hope he's not going to tell me to stand on my table. Now, so the first stanza, I don't know whether the organist, do you know the tune to Clementine? Oh my darling, Clementine, thou art lost and gone forever, joyful sorry, Clementine. Thank you. Oh yeah, this cipher.
In a cavern, in a canon, excavated for a mine, dwelt a miner, 49er, and his daughter, Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Clementine. dreadful sorry, Clementine.
Oh, please.
Light Jesus, very boxes, with the corpses, sandals well for Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling, Clementine. Thou art lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorry, Clementine.
Oh, yeah, this side now.
Through the darkness of a folder is a friend of Peletoda for me bride.
Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling,
Clementine, thou art lost and gone forever. Therefore sorry, Clementine. Rosy lips are on the water, looking for you, that is why. Was the swimmer, so I lost my Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling, Clementine. Thou art lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorry, Clementine.
This side now.
In the corner of the churchyard, where the mighty boys and twine, through the roses in the roses, but the lights one Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine. Thou art lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorry, Clementine. In my dreams she still don't haunt me. Loving darling, singing me. Going never used to hold her. Now she's never growing alive. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling, Clementine. Thou art lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorry, Clementine. We all take number 7 together. How I missed her, how I missed her, how I miss my Clementine. Oh, my Savior, and I saw my Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling, Clementine. Where the hours that gone forever, and I'm worried, Clementine. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Thank you, my too.
SI2, SI1.
Greeted. They were good boys then. Okay. Any volunteers? We do it the same way we did the last one. This time around, we take the odd number from here and the even number verses from here. Do you know it, Diognis? No? Okay. Let me just give you a highlight. While you are singing these songs, if you see, you can understand why GCI boys are always excited. It's always talking about some girls in these songs. If you look at it very well, how I missed her. When the boys are singing how I missed her, you need to look at their faces. So we take Polly Wally Doodoo all the day. Page 10. It's going to be on the screen. Oh, I went down south for to see my South sing Polly Wally Doodoo the day. My Salaman spunky girl, sing Polly Wally Doodoo all the day. Fare thee well, my fairy fay. For I'm going to Louisiana for to see my Susanna, sing Polly Wally Doodoo all the day. Oh, my South, she's a maiden girl, sing Polly Wally Doodoo all the way. We love her. Polly Wally Doodoo all the way. For the well, my fairy fay. For I'm going to Louisiana for to see my Sylviana, sing Polly Wally Doodoo all the day. Oh, a grasshopper sitting on a railroad track, sing Polly Wally Doodoo all the day. Just making a state with a carpenter, sing Polly Wally Doodoo all the day. Well, fairly well, fairly well, fairly well. I'm going to Louisiana for to see my Susanna, Polly Wally Doodoo all the day. Behind the drum, I'm down on my knees, sing Polly Wally Doodoo all the day. I thought I had a stricken sneeze, sing Polly Wally Doodoo all the day. Very well, my fairy fay. For I'm going to Louisiana for to see my Susanna, sing Polly Wally Doodoo. Still need to help me out. Okay. The next song is Happy Days Are Here Again. Want to help us out with that, sir? Happy days are here again. The skies up over clear again. Let us sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again.
Happy days are here again. There shines above are here again. Let us sing a song of here again. Happy days are here again.
All together shout it down. Okay. Okay, we have a Christmas medley then. Malukah. Thank you, Malukah. We go straight to the next set of sing-songs. I'd like to invite Babalola 75 Car House to lead us as we sing Green Grove the Rushes Old.
I think I should just go straight to this wonderful song. Green grows, the rushes whole. To follow the same pattern, the good region, Carr, Swanston, and Powell will take the first verse. The other region, Greer and the Field, will take the second verse. So let's go. I'll try with my voice. I don't think I need any backup. I'll sing you one ho. Green grows the rushes ho. What is your one ho? One is one and one alone and evermore shall be so. I'll sing you two. Green grows the rushes ho. What is your two? Lily white boys and clothed howling in green ho. What is your three ho? Three the rivals. Two is for the lily white boys, clothed howling in green ho. One is one and one alone, and evermore shall be so. I'll sing you for what is your fall? See the rivals. Two is for the lily white boys, clothed and all in green ho. One is one and one alone, and evermore shall be so. I'll sing you five ho. Green grows the rushes ho. What is your five ho? Five for the symbols at your door. For three ho, the rivals. Two is for the lily white boys, clothed and all in green ho. One is one and one alone, and evermore shall be so. I'll sing you six ho. Green grows the wash. What is your six ho? Five for the symbols out. Four for the gospel makers. Three the rivals. Two is for the lily white boys, clothed and all in green ho. One is one and one alone, and evermore. I'll sing you seven ho. Green grows the rushes ho. What is your seven ho? Seven. Six for the six proud walkers. Five for the symbols at your door. Four for the gospel makers. Three the rivals. Two for the lily white boys, clothed all in green. Oh, one is one hand, one alone. I'll sing you hate, oh, green grows the rushes, oh, what is your hate, oh, 8 for the April rainers, 7 for the 7 stars in the sky, 6 for the 6 proud walkers, 5 for the symbols turned up, for the gospel makers. Clothed all in green, oh, one is and one alone, and evermore shall be so. I'll sing you 9, oh. Green grow the rushes, oh. What is your 9, oh? 9 for 9 bright stars, 8 for the April rainers, 7 for the 7 stars in the sky, 6 for the 6 proud walkers, 5 for the symbols at your door, and 4 for the gospel makers. 3, the rivals. 2, 5 for the little white girl, clothed all in green, oh. 1 is one hand, all alone, and evermore shall be so. I'll sing you 10, oh. What is your 10, oh? 10 for 10 commandments, and 9 for 9 bright shiners, 8 for the April rainers, and 7 for the 7 stars in the sky, 6 for the 6 proud walkers, and 5 for the symbol, 4 for the gospel makers, 3, the rivals, 2 for the lily white boys, clothed all in green, oh. 1 is one hand, one alone, and evermore shall be. I'll sing you 11, who green grows the rushes, oh. What is your 11, who? 10 for the 10 commandments, 9 for the 9 bright shiners, and 8 for the April rainers, 7 for the 7 stars in the sky, and 6 for the 6 proud walkers, 5 for the symbols at your door, and 4 for the gospel makers, 3 to eat the rivals, 2 is for the lily white boys, clothed all in green. 1 is one and one alone, and evermore shall be so. Operate!
Thank you. I hope you are enjoying yourself. Unfortunately, we are trying to cut short this night. The time is fast spent. So we're going to miss out the next song, which is a Who Quick Talk Problem. I have the privilege of inviting one of our trustees, Oladeji, to speak with us in this room.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take it in the manner like we did the last one. We're going to count backwards, which is the fun of it. the side to my right, you will be the odd number, and the side to my left, you will be the even number. I'll be your conductor, and I can increase the tempo or reduce the tempo. Any way I want. Okay. So we'll take it from this side. Obembe, we'll take it from this side, please. Okay. One man went to mow a meadow. One man and his dog went to mow a meadow. Two men went to mow a meadow. Two men, one man and his dog went to mow a meadow. Three men went to mow a meadow. Three men, two men, woman and his dog went to mow a meadow. Four men went to mow a meadow. Four men, three men, two men, woman and his dog went to mow a meadow. Five men went to mow a meadow. Five men, four men, three men, two men, one man and his dog went to mow a meadow. Six men went to mow a meadow. 6 men, 5 men, 4 men, 3 men, 2 men, 1 man and his dog went to mow a meadow. 7 men went to mow a meadow. 7 men, 6 men, 5 men, 4 men, 3 men, 2 men, 1 man and his dog went to mow a meadow. 8 men went to mow a meadow. Sorry, sir. 8 men, 7 men, 6 men, 5 men, 4 men, 3 men, 2 men, 1 man and his dog went to mow a meadow. 9 men went to mow a meadow. 10 men, 8 men, 7 men, 6 men, 5 men, 4 men, 3 men, 2 men, 1 man and his dog went to mow a meadow. Stop your feet. And his dog went to mow a meadow. Went to mow a meadow. And his dog went to mow a meadow. Went to mow a meadow. 12 men, 11 men, 10 men, 9 men, 8 men, 7 men, 6 men, 5 men, 4 men, and his dog, and his dog went to mow a meadow.
Thank you, sir.
That is how to sing song.
You can see the difference between those who led us before and our trustee. That's age, experience of your reading for the night. Hallelujah chorus.
Sorry? As we are taking, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We want our audience to be exchanging their pleasantries. May I invite Engineer Babalola to come and conduct this? He's our patron, actually. So, let him come to conduct it. Oh, just come and have a shake. Come and have an handshake. You will get it. You want to sing? I'll sing. Don't embarrass me. I'll sing. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you all. Thank you for coming. Right here. Good of thanks.
Hello, hello, hello. On behalf of the Oladeji Babayemi family, Mando Foundation, GCIOBA, we want to thank everybody, most especially the Malukah Choral Ensemble, for the beautiful rendition that they presented to us tonight. We are definitely very grateful. We are definitely very thankful. And we look forward to seeing you again next year. Thanks so much. And we wish you a Merry Christmas in advance and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.